You're tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads from over 200 countries and your number one source in after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh yeah, here we are guys. We're doing another AfterBuzz recap of Project Runway. It is episode 5 on season 13. I'm Steph Z. Virginia's here too, but because she's pregnant, we never know when she's gonna leave, so we're gonna go back and forth with taking the lead just so that you guys have a little bit of consistency in here and two people lead the show. So tonight's episode is called The Clume of Doom. Again, I'm Steph Z, and with me tonight is...
Amanda Bennett.
Hey guys, it's Virginia.
Yay! All right, so this episode starts out in a really unique way. We see Heidi getting out of the car in a freaking trench coat.
Yeah, and we're like, is there anything under that trench coat?
I don't think there was.
I was picturing her naked.
Really?
I mean, what,
the pregnant girl.
All the hormones over here.
I know. Third trimester, it happens.
Was that a Burberry trench coat, do you think?
I didn't see
the pattern.
The plaid.
Yeah, I didn't see
maybe it
the
was
signature.
under the fold.
Could have been like Prada.
Yeah, but
they
kind of
nice.
Burberry would let you know it's Burberry.
And with so many commercials inside the episode, I'm sure we would have been told what it was.
Yeah.
It's a mysterious trench coat.
It is a mysterious trench coat. And she comes out, and she comes into the runway, and she has a little bit of a play on words with a familiar term, like, I'm all dressed up with nowhere to go, and she kind of switches it around, and she's like, I got nothing to wear but something to go. So this week's challenge is the designers have to make Heidi a red carpet dress to wear to the Creative Arts Emmys.
Kathy Griffin calls it the Schmemmys.
Why?
Because they're like not the real Emmys that are on TV. But of course they're real. They're just not all the awards that they have time to show on the Emmys.
Right, so is that the ones where it's like cut to the screen?
Yes.
This one got this.
Yes,
this
like
one got this.
it's the Creative Arts Emmys, like the people that produce the show, the people that write the show, the people that make it happen, really.
Yeah. Was she nominated?
I think she and Tim Gunn get nominated as a pair for hosting, but I think that award would be given out on Monday night during the Emmys.
And she's also like the executive producer, so she has like her
input
into it. So that's why she's there.
Yeah.
And of course she's there representing Lifetime and representing Project Runway, so I'm sure she always goes.
Yeah, well, go Heidi. You know what? Honestly, I think I'm just going to go there. I'm going to throw it out there. I think this is my favorite challenge ever.
I think so too. I liked Heidi being in the workroom. I liked her giving the designers her thoughts and opinions for real and not holding anything back.
Well, it's always fun when they get to dress Heidi because, like they said, what designer doesn't want to dress like a huge supermodel?
Yeah.
You know? And she's got an amazing body, so you can do so much with it, you know?
Especially this season because her sass is back and like her attitude's on fire, like in an awesome way. But it's like it gives you this like this clothes has to like say something without her saying something but be her. And I think that's exactly what she goes into. She's like, I'm gonna give you 3 key words. I believe they were fearless, fashion forward, and unexpected, which again this season I definitely do see a little bit of change in Heidi, which I really like.
She is more fashion forward. I've noticed her outfits on the runway when she gives the challenges are very impressive.
Yeah, I think there's a confidence going on with her.
But she's always been like, she likes to experiment with her dresses. I mean, even when she does, have you guys ever seen her Halloween outfits?
Oh my God.
She always gets crazy.
I've seen it.
She throws the best, for any of you that don't know out there, she throws the best Halloween party every year. I've never been, but it would be awesome.
But
and
she dresses did that like blue outfit where she was one of those like Indian gods, and she had like 8
Avatar.
I saw that. Yeah.
I mean, she does amazing things.
But she doesn't go the sexy Halloween route.
No,
she does crazy, scary costumes and like her face is
well, because it's easy. I mean, we're such a tangent, but real quick, if you think about Halloween, so many girls just go like the sexy nurse, the sexy cop,
Well,
the
it's an
sexy
excuse
this.
to be slutty. I mean, that's
Exactly.
really what it is, but that's not her style. You know,
Yeah.
she wants to be
She's classy.
Yeah, and she does it so well. So
Right.
you can't have just an average red carpet, you know,
Right.
like sweetheart neck, mermaid style, like
Right.
Sofia
Yeah.
Vergara that you see every time. She wears the same style.
Heidi has that flair for the excitement of fashion.
Well, and I mean, we mentioned Sophia, but like Sophia has such a body type that there's only certain
Exactly.
things might look weird, for lack of a better word, on her.
Or-
And Heidi, I feel like you can really play with it because she's got such a great body.
Well, Sophia, you can't really give her too much of a short dress
Yeah.
because there's a lot of curve going on in there.
Hey, some of us women have some freaking hips.
Yeah. Looks good.
All right, so pretty much they get 30 minutes to sketch the outfit, then they get $250 to go to Mood the first time. But they get $250 to go to Mood, and I think there's a nervous energy in the right away, I think, where everyone's a little bit intimidated.
Scared.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of them are saying, I
Heidi's
don't
gonna
do
wear
red
it.
carpet. But they gave him a dossier and said, this is what Heidi has worn before.
Right, they
like
give
that was
pictures.
their inspiration. So, you know, they should look for what colors does she like? What fabrics does she like? I mean, obviously she picked these things out.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she's went to hundreds of red carpets, so for them to give a select few in a book, like those are probably the winners. You know what I
it's
mean? Like
this is
go
what you
from
should
that.
really focus on, guys.
Right. Okay, so we go to Mood, and again, like we've discussed before, Mood's not like, it's good to see the designer's process. It's good to see, I mean, I don't know how much I believe that all of them are like ending right under, like we saw like $249.99. We saw like $249.98. I mean, that's pretty, I mean, sure, maybe it happened, but it's, I think, a little bit of the dramatic effect of like the budget. But we do see there wasn't anything that really stood out for me in there. A couple people picking black, which I thought was safe. Right away, I was in love with Sean's pick of that blue fabric. I'm a huge fan of superhero blue, so I was drawn to that. But
Superhero blue, I like that. I mean, I would have said royal blue, but your description's better.
yeah, there's a distinct color for superhero blue in my world, and
Yes.
that was it.
Yeah.
So did you
Yes.
guys see anything in Mood that stood out to you?
I mean, I saw Mitchell's red because I love a red dress. I always just feel so confident. Like you, as soon as you put on red, you know, like you walk in the room and everybody looks at you. You
Well,
know, so that's,
red on a red carpet always works.
Yeah, it demands attention.
if it's a good dress.
right.
Yeah.
If it's executed properly.
Yeah.
So, you know, in all of those jewel tones, I mean, Heidi, she just has such nice tan skin and her hair is blonde. So she looks good in any of those, you know, emerald and, you know, just any, like I said, any jewel tone.
Right.
And
yeah,
I didn't
royal
see a lot
blue,
of that.
emerald green, like
Ruby
that
red.
nice, pretty violet purple.
Yeah, I did, and you know it's funny as we talk about color, and we can get into this when we're in the workroom. It is really interesting if you think about some of these designers' gowns in a different color. They might have had a completely different finished result. You know.
Yes. Yeah, like Keeney was going with black. And I thought, okay, that's interesting. What is he going to do there? I mean, I know he knows how to tailor things perfectly. So I knew it was going to look good, but I thought, oh, come on, be a little bit more brave.
Right.
Yeah, that is one of the notes I wrote on Keeney's dress was amazing in a different color.
Right. All right. So then we get into the workroom, and again we do see everyone kind of. There is like this sense of panic that's happening. We see a few people, you know, going through this process of like what would Heidi wear, looking at the book. We see this, and then it's like the exciting thing about the workroom happens is that Heidi actually comes into the workroom this time with Tim Gunn.
And she already looks so good in her outfit. I mean, she looks so cute and sporty and chic. And she's going around the room, and she really lets the designers have it. For real.
There's no filter.
No.
Well, I mean, she has to wear it, so she better like it.
And she's like, I'm kind of scared, you guys. I have to wear one of these.
Well, if you think about it, as much as they're scared, if you commit to wearing one of these, not only is, I mean, I'm sure if they were all terrible, she would have not worn them or whatever would have happened. But if you think about what it's like and the vulnerability, so to speak, to be giving all these people, like, design what you think I would look good in. So, you know what I mean? Like, if someone comes
Yeah.
back with something that's drab and boring and dull, you're like, wow, that's how that person reads me. So that's
Yeah.
an interesting way to see it, how Heidi
She's like,
was.
hey, 40's the new 20, all right?
Yeah. Dude,
I still look damn good.
Heidi does look damn good.
Yeah.
40, 41, I
Yes.
think you mentioned.
She just said that on America's Got Talent because she was talking about this comedian, and this comedian on stage was making jokes about her age. And so Heidi was like, I really appreciate that. And she, was very honest. I've always liked Heidi's honesty.
Yeah, I've liked Heidi's honesty. And if she's 41, man, well done, Heidi.
Yeah.
She's kind of one of my favorite people in the world right now.
I'm
Kinda love
inspired.
Yes. So then we have something that I don't think we've ever seen before happen. Heidi gets so perplexed about the situation, I guess is a good word, where she's like, you know what? We're going to have to do something about this.
No, they've done this before.
Have they?
They've done it before.
This-
Not in this season, but in Project Runway. They've definitely sent people back. They've even given them an extra day before.
I thought she was going to give them an extra day. But
I remembered the extra day, but I hadn't, maybe it was like seasons ago, but I hadn't remembered like, scrap your idea and here's some more money and go get something new.
And they had the choice to go to Mood or not. If they were comfortable with their design, they could stay in the workroom and finish it. And,
Which brings me to another point. If the designers were given the option to go back to Mood for 20 minutes with $100, they throw in, if the designers opt not to go, someone else, they can give their $100 to someone else. So right away, what happens, ladies?
Zendaya is a hustler. She
Dude.
goes around the room. Hey, are you going to Mood? No. Can I have your $100? All right.
I give her so much credit for doing that.
Yes.
And we see the daggers come out, which tends to happen when someone has a good idea that someone else didn't think of first, and they're like, "She's got so much money," blah 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 blah. Because
Karina was complaining.
Karina was complaining. Emily was complaining. But then
Mitchell was complaining.
Char was like, good on you, sister.
I know.
Yeah.
It kind of made me like Char. I've always liked Char. She's been on my good list the whole time.
Your
And,
good list, like
yeah,
Santa Claus.
Yeah, she's on my nice list, not my
Yeah.
naughty list.
Yes.
And when she said that, I was just like, good on you, girl.
Yes.
Like, she really was just like, I wish, like, why not? Because
Yeah.
if everyone would have done it and they would have each gotten like an even distribution of that money, no one would have been pissed, but no one else had the balls to be like, hey, dude, can I have your money?
Yeah, I don't think I would.
I mean, they made
I'd
it
be like,
really
I'll take my
clear.
$100.
Oh, I totally would. I'd be like, yo, you going?
This is interesting. Okay, you know how they edit these reality shows? Like
No.
everything happens how they're saying that it happens. But I'm wondering if they had to do like an extra cut later in the day of Tim saying, "Oh, and by the way, if you're not going to Mood, it's totally fine to give your money to someone else." Like I want to go back and look if it was just him in the shot, and they were pretending like he was saying it to them because of the fact that Zendaya did that.
Yeah, no, I think they would have told him right away.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't have known that was okay.
But I wonder if she would have done it anyway.
Or she thought it was craft services.
Oh,
Sorry.
Amanda's
well,
been
okay.
stealing Pop-Tarts.
yeah.
Anyway, so we go
Sorry,
back to the
inside
workroom
jokes.
and we
Okay.
see, I think, so 7 of the designers decide to go back to Mood, and pretty much a few of them decide to use partial of what they've bought before, like partial fabric. Some of them decide completely new fabric. For example, Karina, who Heidi's critique to her was like, your green is terrible and snakeskin.
I don't want to wear a real snake. That's horrible, she says.
Well, yeah, because PETA will be after her immediately.
Not
Like, I
only
mean, you
that.
have to think about that, though. Why would you put the snakeskin on there? Why would you already cause a controversy? Like, why?
Yeah, or why did you not do your research to know that? I mean, some people would like that, but Heidi, an aware
Well, later-
person, probably doesn't, and she should have done her research. She should have known that.
This is interesting because later during the judging, Heidi does wear a print that might be reminiscent of snakeskin, but it's on silk.
It was more cheetah.
But that was cheetah. that was a cheetah.
All right, it was cheetah. What am I thinking
Not
about?
reminiscent of snake at all, but that's okay.
Well, she likes
We
animal
get what you
print, but
mean.
not
She
the
likes
real
animal print,
material.
right.
Okay.
Well, but that's like me. Like, I have a thing for giraffes. I love giraffes, but I'm not gonna like. And I would wear a giraffe on a T-shirt, but I'm not gonna like go skin a giraffe and wear it.
Exactly.
Moving along.
Who wears giraffe?
I don't know.
Okay. Yes. Moving on.
Although Zendaya's dress looked a little giraffe-like. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
did.
Okay. Yes.
Anything else in the workroom that kind of stuck out to you guys?
No.
I just thought I have to say, Karina, Heidi told her that she didn't like the color, and she went back and got more of pretty much the same thing.
She did, and I get what Heidi was saying, that her green wasn't like Heidi was saying, I like emerald green, but what Karina didn't connect was that the green that she had was drab. It was boring. It wasn't
Really
like a
sad.
happy color. Yeah, and there's a difference between a super saturated versus a muted type color that gives you energy and makes you feel alive. Like Heidi's a spunky person.
Yeah,
you can't
I mean, she
dress her
wants
down.
a green that's really bright and fun and exciting.
Well, she gave her peridot, not emerald. Like
Yeah.
that. Those are the difference of the two colors. How do you not know what emerald is?
yeah.
it was pretty bad.
Or even like, the green that's associated with like Christmas, like really bright Christmas.
Kelly
colored
green?
Yes, Kelly green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, emerald is okay. Anything else? We did have a couple people like Emily. I think was saying that it's not fair that people get to go back and start over, which I kind of agree with a little bit. Like, if you decided that this is what your design is going to be and it's terrible, there was clearly some that Heidi did like, and Sean's. What I don't want to tell the end yet, but the one that she picks to win did not go back to mood.
Yes.
None of the people that were in the top went back to mood.
Yeah.
So it really didn't matter.
I think there's a line of like the really confident designers and the ones that are living in fear of
But
can I make it to next week?
And I think that the times that we have seen people go back is when it's Heidi and they're dressing her. I'm almost certain that the other 2 times that this has happened, it's been for them to dress her, and Heidi's like, I'm not wearing any of that stuff. You guys go back to movie and rethink this.
She's like, I refuse. I
Yeah.
refuse.
And I mean, it's her show.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, go try again. This one sucks.
And that does kind of represent the real world of being a fashion designer, because if you do have a client and they come and look at the fabric that you've picked out, it's like, okay, I'm thinking more of this direction of green.
Right.
And then, maybe you go to the fabric store together.
Right.
But I think the problem was that the advantage that the other designers that went back got was that they got to see what Heidi liked, and then they were like, oh, she likes that color? Oh, I'm going to get that red. Like, we saw a few designers do that. Christine, in particular, she decided to just go for all red.
Yeah,
Right.
because the first one, it looked
Was
like...
the strips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I think of red, I think of, like, Valentino red. Like,
Yes.
something beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
You
gotta
know-
be like red.
Like
Yeah.
red lipstick.
But it's got to be, like,
The
if
red
you're-
on the bottom of the shoe.
But if you're wearing a red dress, it's got to be, like, an amazing red dress because it's going to catch so much attention.
There's so many different shades of red. It's gotta be a good one.
Yeah.
And that one wasn't. And
It's got to be like Coca-Cola red.
That's a good red. Mm-hmm. Fire engine red.
Or Valentino red.
I just
like
think
she said.
Valentino red.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
anytime I think of a red dress, it's beautiful Valentino.
Yeah.
My favorite.
I agree with you. Something else
A
that I
happy
did.
color. Heidi is happy. She wants a happy color.
Yeah. Something else that I did take note of in the workroom was Karina and Amanda are still, the buddy thing is happening more and more every episode. They're kind of like, go look what this person got. Let's go. I'll go look and I'll come report back to you. Like, what's happening there?
She did the same thing with Michelle on her season.
Amanda did.
Yeah, they were like, they buddied up and they kind of not so much bullied people because I hate to throw that word around.
Right.
But they definitely, like were little gossipy girls and,
Right.
kind of
So-
did that thing. So maybe that's Amanda's thing.
Yeah, that's how she
needs
feels
to-
comfortable. She
it's
needs a
how she's
friend, a buddy.
confident.
Right.
A buddy against the world. So we should just say that 7 designers decided to go back to Mood, so that leaves only 5 that stayed behind.
Yes. Okay, and so moving on. So tonight we have a special guest judge that I kind of actually was really excited about this
Yes,
guest
an
judge.
exciting guest judge that we knew who she was.
Yeah, unlike last week, but we have Olympic skier Lindsey Vonn, who I just think is super rad. So she had some really good insight too, and we'll get to that. But it's always hit or miss sometimes with these judges. You can tell that they actually really have a love for fashion, or they kind of just were like, oh, that person's hot in the media right now. Let's get them.
Or they like parrot what the other judges are saying.
Well,
Right.
and Lindsay's been on a lot of red carpets. So she
Yeah.
kind of knows what, you look for when you're
on the red carpet.
And she has a strong opinion because she has a very athletic body, so she has to be very particular about what she picks, just like any woman would be.
Right. I agree with you. Okay, so JT, guys, we do read your comments. We do love that you guys watch. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Last week we actually did try and get the pictures up, but we had some technical difficulties. So this week, again, we're going to try and get the pictures up. We can get the first picture, and then we're just going to go down. We also know that we tend to, have to speed up the end of our show. So we've kind of created this little thing that we're going to see how it works. So we're going to go through the entire runway show, and we're going to all give our 3 key words for what we feel about the dress or the outfit that comes down the runway. And then we will, and we would love you guys too if you want to leave your comments, like what would your 3 words be. And then when we get to the top 3 and the bottom 3, we will actually discuss those outfits a little bit more. We just know that we kind of tend to run out of time, so we think this will be a better process.
And how perfect and appropriate that Heidi had her 3 words to give the designers.
There it is.
Yeah.
Me and Heidi, man, we're on the same page.
The same wavelength.
I'm coming for you, Heidi. Okay, so we start off with Char, and we'll just start with you, Virginia, and I'll go last on them. What were your 3 keywords for this outfit?
So mine is like 3-ish, maybe 4.
That's okay.
But I put bold blue, but boring.
Ooh.
What you got, Amanda?
2 dresses in 1. Not impressed. Asymmetric.
And I've got good color, back boring, and weird bottom.
Okay, so are we doing 3 words or 3 phrases?
Like
It can be phrase. 3 things.
It's yeah.
I wasn't here last week. I didn't get the whole
It's okay.
memo.
All
It's
right,
okay.
all
This
right.
just yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I
this will
get
form.
it, I get
Okay,
it.
Too much going on.
Next picture, JT. All right, so now
Ooh.
we've got Emily. What you got, Virginia?
Hooker, hooker, hooker.
Short, tight, and shiny. 3 things that Heidi likes.
I got cocktail, slut, and weird. All right, next we got Mitchell.
Awful, drab, and overworked.
Red dread. Boring and floppy.
I got boring, bed length, and frumpy. All right, then we move to Karina.
All I put was atrocious seams.
All right, so that you can have a couple extra words on some other ones, but what you got, Amanda, for Karina?
Still hunter green. Seen it 100,000 times. Boring.
I got green again, palazzo pants. Like, it looks like, and that's funny that they said at the end that that's what she should have done.
Should have made a jumpsuit.
And then I got sloppy back. And then we've got Fod.
I love Bod.
I like him too.
Okay, I put interesting, flowy, but not the Emmys.
I put love, fun, and Heidi. I think it. Oh, sorry, I totally skipped you,
It's
Amanda.
okay,
Go, what
it's
you
okay.
got? What you got?
Sexy cocktail, flowy train, diagonal stripes. That's it.
I got, again, love, fun, and Heidi. I really do. I think I couldn't believe that he wasn't up there. I really did like
I
this
like
one.
this a lot. I just wanted
Yeah.
it to be more fitted around her legs.
Okay, and then next we have Alexander.
I put too structured, handkerchief, oops, I saw her butt.
What you got,
I
Amanda?
put handkerchief, and it's a mullet dress. Business in the front, party in the back.
That might be the best thing you've ever said, Amanda. that is definitely a mullet dress. Hashtag mullet
We
dress.
should have put a picture of the back of it. Oh.
I've got pointy, loose, and butt cheeks because we did see the butt cheeks.
Yeah, she looked good till she turned around. And
Yeah.
then it was a disaster.
Yeah. Okay, and moving to Zendaya's dress.
Woo, yes.
I put beautiful fabric, and I loved the back.
What you got, Amanda?
Cheetah sequins, expensive, and blue black. I like that it was blue by her face. The sequin.
I've got $100 a yard, giraffe, and nice back. It looks a little giraffe to me. Again, me and you with that giraffe cheetah. We got to get that straight.
I know. It did have a sexy back.
Okay, moving on to Samantha's dress.
I put black swan and blah.
What you got?
I also said blah. Sheer feathery cocktail blah.
I put boring, wide-sided, boring.
And every time Samantha's name is brought up, we're all like, who's that?
Which is funny because last week they had like a whole like one-on-one there, and we were like, "Where's this girl been?" And then this week again, we're like, "Who's that?" But she's kind of just cruising by.
Flying under the radar.
Yeah, that might be safe for her. All right, next we've got Christine.
Christine.
I just put ugliest dress ever.
Pointy boobs, but not Madonna. There's a nip slip waiting to happen.
Why have we not been doing this always?
Why not?
I've got model pissed, weird cut, and horns.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to Keeney's dress. What you got?
Would be amazing in another color.
Perfect fit, but she looks like the girl that hands out the trophy at the Emmys instead of a celebrity.
I got black, boring, light top, sexy back. And then we move next to Sean. What do you got?
Love the color and movement.
Fun, flirty, bright, and ombre because the color changes by the bottom.
Oh, yeah. I've got love, fun, and awesome. I loved this dress. I would wear this dress, and there's very few dresses in the world that I would
Ooh,
wear.
that's high praise coming from Steph Z.
There it is, Sean. You and me. I might call you up one day if I need a dress. All right. And then we end with Amanda's dress.
I just put awful landing strip.
Egyptian queen with a plunging neckline.
I put terrible, and then we've got another super vagina. It's like a big giant V, and then I just put bad.
You know, there were so many plunging necklines tonight. I was like, did Heidi say something about that she liked a plunging neckline? And I don't think she said it, but maybe it was in the
They
photograph.
showed one picture where she had that gold dress on, and it was a
Yeah.
lot of boob.
Yeah. Because
Low cut.
she's got that, and some of them, whatever, we won't go into Heidi's boobs. We're just going to leave that there. We're going to leave there. But some of the dresses they showed, there was a lot of boob showing.
Yeah.
And then in some others, it was just like side boob. But it was very, Heidi likes to let it all go.
It's strategic, though. Strategically placed.
And I mean, she comes from, the world of modeling, so she's comfortable and knows how to look good and rock that stuff. Okay, so what do you guys want to do? Go through the top or the bottom first?
Bottom.
All right.
Might as well end on a high note.
Yeah. and so pretty much, like, the bottoms, we don't really have to go over again because we've said our, terrible
Oh,
pieces.
it was Christine and Mitchell and Karina.
Yeah, and, again, it was pretty much everything that we said. Some of the comments that stood out to me was Nina called Mitchell's just a Christmas ornament, and that made me laugh out loud. Zach called Christine's dress a boob canyon.
I like that one.
And,
Yeah, that was... And then Lindsey Vaughn said, it's like the devil wears Prada, but it's just the devil.
Right. And we see something really interesting this week. Not only one, but
Two designers go home.
They do. And, I really thought Karina was going to be one of the people going home.
I mean, the construction, it looked like it was her first dress that she ever made. And I know
terrible.
that sounds really mean, but when you really look at it close up, you see the hem was just cut with some scissors, and the closure for the halter neckline was not even lining up.
Yeah, and Lindsey Vaughn was the one that pointed that out, which was awesome because you could tell she was really observant of what was happening.
But anything that you wear needs to look finished and perfect, and it just looked very unfinished.
But I think the reason she had stayed was because it was a taste question. Like, everybody knows Mitchell's taste is a little iffy when it comes to a red carpet. And then Christine, I mean, Heidi's boobs would have fallen out of that dress. Let's be honest. That red dress with the boob canyon. Like, it would have...
If she wore that dress, it would take a lot of editing.
Well, too, if you think about these designers and you think about this challenge on another level, great, they got to dress Heidi, everything like that. But in fashion and in making stuff, you have to be able to know what people want. And someone as much as a fashion icon as Heidi, they should know that. And I feel like these two, yes, Karina, and, part of me would have liked to see her go home, but she was on more, exactly like we said, with the style, and the other ones were really big swing and misses. So,
So I guess you can tell from our talking about it that Mitchell is out and Christine is out.
They are. Bye-bye. Sayonara.
Karina is safe until next time.
Right. And then we go to our top three, which we've got Keeney, Amanda, and Sean. And again, Keeney's dress, such great compliments he gets.
The construction was perfect.
And he is the fastest sewer alive.
Ever. And he redid the whole back, and he was probably still done before everyone else.
Was it silk and sequins? It was hard to tell. With
Yeah, it
all
was
the
really
black.
hard to tell with all the black, but I believe that's what it was. And I believe Heidi was the one that even said, this looks like it's amazing, and it looks like it costs thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And he didn't get fabric like Zendaya, who was $120 a yard.
She
got
spent
rid of
about $430 at the fabric store.
The second time around.
The second time.
because she was smart, got everybody's money. And then Amanda's in the top, and like I don't know, and this has nothing to do with like we've definitely been picking on Amanda a little bit. But actually, something that we did skip over in the workroom was when she was trying to talk about what she was going to make, and she's like, I have no freaking idea what I'm going to make, which I actually liked. I saw a humanness in her that I actually liked. Mm-hmm. But, Zach said it looked like a beaded curtain. I was really, were you guys, I was shocked to see her in the top.
I was shocked.
I liked the interest by the face. I liked the different colors, the gold and the blue. I think that's why it was in the top, because especially the close-up photos on the red carpet, it would have looked really good.
Right.
I don't know who else would have been in the top, though. I think that's what it came down to.
Well, Fod could have been in the top.
Fod, maybe.
Zendaya,
maybe. But hers, I felt, was just so similar to Keeney's because it was like the beading and everything that I just don't think, those two up there, I think they just needed something else.
Right.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's a very similar kind of cut.
Right.
Similar cut. The back was open like his was open. They were just very similar.
I feel like Heidi's scores probably weighed in more with the top this time.
I feel like that's every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we move on to Sean, who, I don't have a bad thing to say about this dress. It was kind of one of my favorite dresses I've ever seen.
You know how last week we were talking about, I don't know if any designer this season is going to really wow us or make it feel exciting to watch the show, because the designers haven't been like, there were a couple standout moments, but nothing that we were like, oh, this was the first dress this season that I was like, oh, I love it. Very exciting. I'm screaming again because I love it.
It's all good. Yeah, even Zach Posen said, I love this dress. To hear that come out of Zach's mouth, who is a master at making red carpet dresses,
I think it was the biggest word out of it was unexpected. Like, you didn't see that, expect that to come down the runway.
Sean has had a lot of highs and lows in this season, so I didn't really think that was coming from him.
He's been one of my favorites from the beginning, and I love how he said he was giving his dress a haircut, because sometimes that touch at the end that you can't, he couldn't have got that look if he only would have used a sewing machine, and if he only would have used, he had to do a little bit of out-of-the-box thinking and creativity to make it work.
I think that's because he chose to sit there with his dress longer and not go back to nude.
And JT, I think we have that picture of Heidi actually in the dress.
Well, yeah, that's...
So that
we had to address this.
That Sean wins.
And Heidi put this on her Instagram the day that she wore the dress before this week's episode. So if you follow her on Instagram or Twitter, or you follow Tim Gunn, you kind of got a little glimpse of it and who designed it before the episode aired. So a lot of us went into this episode already knowing the outcome, but we didn't know who was going to get eliminated. So that was, interesting to watch. But they were right. It does. It's such a great action shot. It's an incredible color, and it is the perfect mix of being sexy but still
sophisticated.
Yes.
Right. And look at Heidi. Look at her glowing. She's so there's nothing better than making something for someone and they love it so much. And then again, it's if you see even the world of Instagram and social media, she's got almost 50,000 likes. And so Sean is that's such a good PR move.
And she gave him a shout out. So she was right to give him a shout out, but then it kind of spoiled the ending of the episode.
But she was on every single best dress list this Sunday, and everybody was talking about this dress because she was moving like this the entire red carpet.
Yeah, there were so many pictures of her with the spinning of the dress. It's such a great, fun picture, and it's so
youthful. I wonder if Sean got to be there. That would have been cool.
Oh yeah,
to see.
Yeah,
interesting. He's not in that picture unless he's the guy in the hat.
No, he's not. Okay, so let's move on to predictions. What do you guys got?
I am just very excited because they showed us a little sneak peek of Miss Dita being on the show.
Dita
Von Teese. I am so excited.
I know. I think it's going to be a great episode.
It's going to be fabulous. It looks like they might be in teams, which looks hard.
Right, but again, I really like this. I hope that the challenge is exactly that, make Dita, not that it's just Dita inspired, but I hope it's
outfit.
You have to dress her and she's going to wear it. That'd be sick.
And I love that she said, this week there are no rules.
Yeah. She's a little sassy. We like that.
They show Amanda in the workroom saying, I'm not making something weird. It's no.
Amanda can.
She always makes something
come
weird.
on.
All right, guys, cool. Well, that wraps up our show for tonight. Where can we find you, lovely ladies?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Virginia Reina.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at The Runway Queen.
And you guys can find me, Steph Z, at IAMSTEFZ. Thank you guys for watching. Keep your comments coming, and have a great night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.